Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. In this video, you are going to learn 5 reasons why you should start your blog right now. And if you've already started your blog, you're going to learn why now is the perfect time to double down and go all in if you haven't. We're going to jump on the computer. You're going to learn about some free trainings and free guides. Plus, we're going to look at a bunch of data that supports this to really solidify the understanding that now is go time if you're not all in on it. So the number one reason why is that you can't fully learn this all and you can't understand it until it starts. Imagine you went down to your local hobby shop or your toy store and you bought a puzzle, right? A 1,000-piece puzzle. And you poured all the pieces out on the table in front of you. And then you decided, I'm going to sit here and wait until I understand how all of these fit together before I start building the puzzle. Now, you would never do that. That's absurd, but that's what a lot of people are doing right now in the world of blogging. They're sitting on their hands. They're waiting to understand how everything fits together. But the truth is, you're only going to learn how all of this game comes together by doing, by building. Now, my first project is not what I'm currently working on and earning all of my income today. But what I learned from that first project that I evolved beyond and pivoted beyond, it's actually supporting me in what I've got going right now, which is why I say that you'd be better served building a website focused on teaching cats to juggle, which obviously would never make any money, but at least you would be learning and you could apply those skills to a more profitable project in the future once you get into motion. So number one key is absolutely you have to get into motion. So how do you get started? Well, on my blog at milesbeckler.com, you'll see up on the top navigation, there's a link that says start your blog. If you click there, it's a 100% free tutorial and it is comprehensive. I walk you through step by step, click here, do this, click here, do that. I'll show you how to get WordPress installed, how to get WordPress connected with Google, and how to get your website up and running with a clean, free theme if you choose, so you can get going to get you on the path. And that skill that you build makes you a more valuable employee for most businesses in our country, but really it builds you the skills you need to build a lifestyle of freedom based on earning your income online. Number 2, consumer behavior has changed. I'm recording this in early August of 2020. We are kind of coming out of the pandemic, but there's still kind of weird lockdowns happen. And there's one data point that's super key for you right now. And that idea is that it takes 30 days to build a habit. Now, some people say 21 days and 60 days, whatever it is. The lockdowns that we have all gone through have been long enough that everyone has built new habits. And specifically, some of these habits are that people are purchasing more online than ever before. And there's 2 segments. So you and I, we're probably old school buying things online people, right? I buy most of my stuff online anyways and have for a very long time. But surprisingly, it might be surprising for you to find out that a lot of people haven't been buying things online. And they actually just set up their first Amazon account in the last few months because that was how they were getting their dishwasher detergent and the things they need. And guess what? They're finding it to be very handy and very useful. And the user behavior is not going to change, okay? The habit is going to stick because we were all forced into grounding a new habit. So what does that mean? People are searching online more than ever before, and they will continue to search online more than ever before once the world goes back to normal, okay? People are using curbside pickup more than ever before. That's going to stick around. That's something that's just here. Home grocery delivery. And the idea is that everything has changed from the behavior, how much content they're consuming, how much they're searching online, how much time people are spending online, and how much money they are spending online. And we as digital business owners, as bloggers, we're the producers of the content. We're the recommenders of the things to purchase. Therefore, there's more attention seeking our content, which is why now is the perfect time to be all in. Number 3, attention, interests, and search behavior has changed, okay? What was important in January and February is possibly no longer as important today, and things that weren't important or weren't even a thing then are way more important today. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump on the computer and we're gonna go to Google Trends. And Google Trends is a great way for us to understand what this means. And I've got 10 different windows open here that we're gonna run through super quick. But here's one. Homeschooling. These are all 5-year graphs, and you can see they have a very traditional range that they've been operating in. And recently there was a big spike, and right now we are in new normal. Now, I'm not saying you need to go into the homeschool niche. I'm saying that under this concept of homeschooling, there are dozens, if not hundreds of niche ideas because parents are doubting whether they should put their kids back in school. They're considering keeping their kids home to homeschool. How do I homeschool my kids? What lessons do I do? What art projects would I do? How would I do physical education with my kids? Hundreds of niches under this idea. So the next one is learning pods. I don't even know what a learning pod is, to be perfectly honest, but it's a thing. And it's not only a thing, it's a major thing in a major way. And I could guess what that is, but this is what I mean, that there are completely new things emerging that are not just emerging, but they're scaling right here and now. Stand-up desks, okay? How many people have moved home with their office, with their workspaces, and now they're having to sort out the whole world of at-home ergonomics? And stand-up desks is just one thing under the broader umbrella of stay-at-home ergonomics. Now, you could do a micro niche site on stand-up desks. There's the actual foot pads that you stand on for. There's a million and one things that support the concept and the user behavior and what they're actually searching for when they're searching for stand-up desks. Gaming has been trending, and gaming continues to trend. And I think this shows what the new normal is. Now, you can see there is an annual heartbeat around Christmas, right? There's a lot of searches around gaming computer around Christmas. We have now gotten into a higher area, and we are not going below the range, okay? It's been range bound every year until this year. Gaming has seen an influx of new people, and guess what? They're not going to stop gaming once things go back to normal. They found that this whole gaming thing is fun now that they have time at home. So we can go sub-niche into gaming, just the gaming monitor, right? Not just the computer, just the gaming monitors themselves. They have special refresh rates. They have special this, that, the other to be able to play the games quickly. Boom. Look at this range that this is in. We are now in a consistent range that's higher than gaming monitors was at the highest of the year in 2018, 2017, 2016, and beyond. There's so much money flooding into this space right now, and it's wide open. What about garage gyms? People aren't going to gyms anymore. They're building gyms in their garage. If you think about how much it would cost to properly deck out a gym in a garage, someone could easily spend thousands of dollars. What if they clicked on your recommendations and you got a 3%, 8%, 5%, 1%, 10% commission on everything that they purchased? There's a lot of money to be made here. And then they need to learn how to use the equipment. Perfect opportunity for subscriptions, for membership sites, for courses, etc., etc. How to wallpaper. I didn't realize until I searched this that wallpapering was making a comeback. Indeed it is. How to remodel a kitchen is at all-time highs right now in a huge time frame, 5 years. So both of these attest to the number of DIY projects at home that are going on. Here's home gym for you. And you notice home gym is in a new range. A lot of places have opened up and people are like, you know what? I actually really liked working out from home. I'm going to commit to this long term. User behavior has changed. And finally, sewing machine. I just want to throw up sewing machine on there because it's what are all the crafty things that people are doing at home, the things that they thought, I've always wanted to learn how to blank. I've always wanted to mend my own clothes, make my own clothes, etc. I'm into cosplay, whatever that is. Well, there was a giant spike when we locked down, but now you notice the new operating range where we've been in for months is significantly higher than where it was. Okay. So number 4, there's more people getting started with making a blog and starting an online business today than ever before. The counter side to this is that there's more people. We've had something like 50 million people file for unemployment in the last 4 or 5 months. A lot of these people are turning online to try to figure out how to make money online, which means you're going to have more competition. Now, every niche already has people in it. Okay, there's people who have a head start on you, and they have. But the day you get into motion, you kind of plant your flag. And if you're going more strategically and more quickly than those old guard who currently own the space, you'll catch up to them and eventually overtake them. And if you keep a greater pace than the new people who are coming into this world next month, in 6 months, next year, and so on, because here's what's happening. A lot of people have been working from home. And then if their boss forces them to go back to an office, they're going to try to figure out how to make money so they can live at home on their own. And they're potentially going to be your competitors. So starting now is how you get going now while it's easier, because it's going to get more competitive and more difficult in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years, which is why now is the most imperative time for you to get started. Number 5, researching and studying is often wasting time. And I'm going to say it's like 98, 99% of the time when people are researching and studying and trying to figure it all out, and I'm going to buy another course and I'm going to watch another webinar, it's fear, okay? It's fear of making the wrong decision. And the only wrong decision, if you haven't noticed, is to do nothing. You are better off building a website, how to teach a cat to crochet needles for cats, because you're going to learn how the pieces work together. You're going to learn how to build a website, how to add a theme, how to publish content, how to do search engine optimization. You need to build those core skills, and you learn them by doing. So there's a time and a place when research is important, okay? And you need to really understand this idea. There's just in case learning and there's just in time learning. And you have to force yourself through discipline to be a just in time student. Okay. You don't need to learn how Facebook ads work and funnels work just in case someday you're going to do Facebook ads and funnels. You need to be blazing forward, taking that one most important step, which is starting your blog from milesbeckler.com. Then when you get to a point where you can't figure something out, now is the time for you to go research how to solve that one problem, and then you get right back into it from there, okay? So that is just-in-time learning. And when you take the just-in-time approach, you stop binge watching trainings, you stop binge reading the greedy guru's marketing emails, you stop watching the greedy guru webinars, and you just start doing the work. What is the work? You commit to an audience of people who have a common interest, and you go create content that answers their questions. It's a very simple game that takes lots of energy applied over consistent amounts of time. What do you do then if you don't know who you want to be of service to and what you can help them with? Well, in that case, I recommend that you go over to my How to Choose a Niche series. So here in YouTube, if you search Miles Beckler, How to Choose a Niche up top, this one right here, How to Choose a Profitable Niche, it's a multi-part course. It used to be $97. I have put it out here 100% free for you because I want to make sure you have everything you need at your fingertips when you need it, just in time for you to get you to take those next steps. And once again, on milesbeckler.com, to start your blog up top, you just got to jump in. You just got to get started. You got to get your blog going. It can cost you as little as $11 to begin and get on the path to learning the skills and ultimately building a proper business online. I hope this has been helpful. If you've enjoyed this, let me know. Check out the How to Choose a Niche video if you haven't finished that yet. Choose your niche, get started, start your blog, and I look forward to helping you along your path with my 615 videos here that are waiting for you when you need some help. Until then, be well, subscribe, like, do everything. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.